Alright, what is up guys? Professor Akali here bringing you a new video on the difference between the best coaching in the entire world versus some questionable coaching to say the least. Guys, today we're going to be getting coached by the best and one of the most expensive coaches in the world, FOGGEDFTW2. And we're going to be comparing him to a FIVERR.com coach, which obviously you never know what you're going to get with that website. So hope you guys enjoy the video and let's do this. Update: after hiring 4 different coaches, none of them have gotten back to me except for this one guy who apparently is just so busy that he is requesting 7 days for coaching. You know what? If you wait 7 days, you might get something out of it. But on the other hand, I think we will just be going into the best coach in the world right now. Final update from FIVERR. Gone to call. Coach's mic did not work. He couldn't figure it out. That's all I got. Alright guys, so now we are joined by FOGGEDFTW2, the best coach arguably in League of Legends. He's been Global Elite in Counter-Strike, which is Challenger for League before he even played League. Now he's been Challenger for many seasons and he's the best Tryndamere in the world. So Fogged, how long have you been coaching for and how many hours do you think you spent doing it?
I've been coaching for probably about 3 years now, and I've probably coached about 400 people, which is, you know, a lot of those people I've coached multiple times. So probably roughly about 1,000 hours of coaching I've done overall, between like VOD reviews and full 2-hour coachings, where I go over not only the in-game stuff, but I also do outside the game, like how you even approach a game to begin with.
So I think the big question is, what is the highest rank you've gotten someone just off of coaching them multiple times? I think you once mentioned someone about being Iron or Bronze, and they eventually got Master Tier less than a year later. Or what is the most successful coaching you've ever done?
The most successful coaching that I've done is probably, I did one VOD review with this guy. This guy was Silver 4. He had gone to League probably a year earlier, and it was just hard stuck Silver 4. And the dude went from Silver 4 all the way to Diamond 4 within the span of a single season.
That's honestly absolutely insane. And do you still coach?
I coach both on stream and off stream on my stream at twitch.tv/FOGGEDFTW2. Usually I just want to do my giveaway coachings, although I do offer private lessons as well for those people who don't want to be broadcasting their current gameplay in front of thousands of viewers, and they want to have a little bit private until they get a little bit better.
Basically, he's saying that if you don't want to show the world you're a noob, he'll make you a pro behind the scene. But on that note, I will leave a link to his stream in the description so you guys can check him out and drop a follow. But yeah guys, I've been watching Fogged for years now. He has an amazing YouTube channel. I'll also link in the description. Top lane content, amazing if you want to get good at the game or just be entertained. But you know what? It's time. I can't wait to have my mind opened by the best coach in the world. So let's see how good we can do.
Can I start E?
Yeah. Is
Okay.
that not good?
Yeah, I just feel like he should start Q just so he can farm from a distance. Because now he misses that minion.
Yeah, very true. You're
Interesting.
saying because he started E, it's good that we zone him?
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier for sure. Okay, so you combined your auto attack and ignite together just to make sure you instantly get the burst.
Exactly. Make sure guarantee the kill.
Yeah, that was actually good. And you got the first 2 waves in your turret, so you all kind of completely crashed. So it's going to push back in towards you, so you got the wave managed really well. Alright, so one thing here I do want to mention. While this is shoving in towards you, you still have a huge advantage in terms, especially now that you've got your back. And Silas isn't really unlocked until he gets a couple points in his W, and at least until he gets his 3 abilities, right? And so you hit 3 right here. I think it's very important that you try to thin out this wave just a little bit more. Just because Silas can actually reset here if he's able to shove in and buy an item, and he could buy like literally anything, or he can get prio on the crab. So right now you see the crabs are about to spawn. Now, you usually don't have to worry about an Olaf. You know, with the crab. But just in general, you want to be in position to help out your jungler with the crab and have pressure on your opponent. So if you're shoved in as the crab like spawns, that could potentially be bad for your jungler.
Oh, that makes perfect sense when you put it that way. I was thinking I just freeze the lane so it's easier for me to destroy him and zone him. But yeah, if he roams, then he gets a huge lead for his team. I didn't even think about that.
Thing is, yeah, I don't even know if like Yeah, you can't even keep a freeze here because the wave is too big. That's why you backed off, right? But if you thin out the wave just a little bit more, you can actually hold that freeze so that you could either rotate with the Silas over towards, say, the crab is contested.
Right, so you're basically just saying it's the best of both worlds. If you keep it thinned out, you can freeze it and you can roam because there won't be a giant crash.
Exactly. And now he gets to play safe because it crashed. It's, you know, just like how when you killed him and you got it bounced off the turret, now it's bounced off your turret and it's going to push back him. And he can play safe and you aren't able to pressure him as hard because he could just sit back and press Q and it'll eventually push back towards him and he can soak experience.
Right, that is very eye-opening, honestly. I feel like I've learned so much in 5 minutes.
Okay, so we got Silas's flash. Now, the biggest thing you want to keep in mind here, it probably doesn't make as much of a difference mid lane, but just abusing summoner cooldowns is really effective. So in chat, I don't see you pinging the flash. Like you can see that flashes do show up on the replay.
Right.
But it's really important that you ping the flash so you know the second that it comes up.
Very good point. Very good point. That's definitely one of those small things that can lead to kills. Because especially since I like to jump in the second I hit 6.
Yeah. You ever notice that like the highest elo supports and the supports in pro play, like they always keep track of all summoner timers? Yeah, but I can't tell you how many times I've gotten an extra kill in lane just because I know his flash isn't up for another 15 seconds. I got 15 seconds to kill him. So since you use your flash on the first kill, your flash is going to come back up before his flash is up, and that's a really good time to kill.
Right, and it's just those small things, right? It's like Eing to get back to lane, maybe just 1 second faster leads to one more experience that leads to getting level 6 1 second faster, which will be a kill. It's just these small things, right, that make you a challenger player rather than a grandmaster player.
Exactly. Now, you have 2 options here. If you legit think that you can get a kill on the Silas with this big wave crashed in, you can harass. And that's totally on you, like how you feel like, this lane's playing out. Like, this Silas is a little bit buffoon, so, like, if you just stay and harass them, that's fine. Or right now, like, if you take a look at your gold count, you could go back for your revolver. I'm assuming that's what you're rushing for first. And that could be a huge spike to take advantage of your ignite coming back up when you come back to lane. When you get the big wave into turret, you need to do one of 3 things. 1, you need to look to set up a dive on him. 2, you could look to roam, since you're a mid laner that can roam. I mean, level 5 Akali, probably not the best roamer, so you don't want to go for that option. Or 3, you look to reset, buy items if you have a good spike.
Right, yeah, and you're right. I think the big thing is, I know I could wither him down and kill him eventually, but you're right, because he has 3 corrupting potion stacks and 2 biscuits, it's a way worse idea than I had originally thought. So with that in mind, definitely either go for the reset or do something else.
And look, I know you're playing Akali, buddy, but you know what? You have 0 vision score. You got both wards up. Like you're playing literally on his turret with no flash, no ignite. I mean, it doesn't take a good jungler to see this as potentially a good gank opportunity. I know you're playing Akali, so sometimes you can get away with it. But like if you get hit by a CC from Silas or the Echo, you just die. So I think the biggest thing here is that you need to, like, if you're not going to reset, like you don't want to buy your revolver for whatever reason, you need to ward on one side or another, and then when you're harassing, make sure you hug that side.
Right.
So that, like, so if you say you warded top side, for example, you ward up here, and you can either see Echo coming up from top side, so you know to back off early, or if Echo decides to gank and you're hovering top side and he goes around your ward and he comes from bot side, then since you're hovering top side, you could just escape to top side real easily. I don't think you have to walk up here. So 1, like you got 2 minions, but if you drag these minions too close to turret, this actually doesn't hold a long enough freeze. So what you could do when you're backing off here, you got that huge harass, right? And he's got a couple extra minions left. So what you could do, you could walk over to the left and drag the minions over towards this brush so it's closer to the middle of the lane rather than your side of the lane. And that will hold a better freeze for you. That way you can freeze it for longer and you freeze it closer to the center of the lane so that you can tell if he goes back. Another ward you could do, if you think that he might back here, you can put a ward like right here. Just outside of turret range. Okay, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you good, good. I didn't see it. I
Gotcha.
just didn't hear it. But yeah, I was about to say. That was good.
But yeah, that's what I was gonna ask about. Is it a good idea I stopped his recall right here?
I think what's better, you can clear this wave before he gets back to lane, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because stopping his recall there. I mean, I don't know why he went back into you, but
I think all get ganked.
Yeah, all you did there was break your little mini freeze you had there. Yeah, that's why it's like better to try to hold the freeze closer to the center of the wave so you can actually stop his back. And if you're going to stop his back, try to stop it without using your AoE to hit the wave. So like just look to use your E or something.
Right, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Rip.
yeah, I mean, you got the ward in the center of the lane, but again, like, you're kind of hovering around, like, here. And you didn't ward either side of the lane, and you don't have a pink, your jungler didn't ward, so,
Basically, with that lack of vision, I need to not be playing so aggressive.
yeah, it's really important to have at least one side of mid warded. That way you know which side to hover.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
That's one of the most important things to learn in mid laning. So yeah, you dying there is just like from previous mistake, like you went and harassed him here. You didn't hold a proper freeze. I mean, you had this is a good ward, but we also need a ward on one side of mid or another. That's why it's really good. It's like you buying this pink, that's really good from mid. For like top lane, bot lane, it's like whatever to buy a pink early on. But especially for mid lane, buying a pink just so you can ward one side or the other so you know which side to hover, that's really important. Yeah, so one thing I want to mention here. So, you were ahead of Sylas, but the Sylas just caught up with you a lot from the Echo gank. So, one thing you have to worry about, when you got a slow stacked wave, so like he has a big minion advantage, right? So a lot of your combo when you're queuing and you have to get that auto attack off, most importantly, he can auto attack you with the minion advantage. Now your shroud does take a little bit of away, but you don't have to force trades right here. The only time I would force a trade right here is if your jungler is playing for mid, but your jungler is playing bottom. And when your jungler is playing bottom and you got nothing mid, like, are you gonna solo kill the Sylas within the next 20 seconds?
Probably not, but I was thinking, my logic is I could weaken him. Well, I failed the trade there, but had I not failed the trade, I could maybe get him to like 60, 50%, and then with my ult and ignite, I could, you know, make a play on him and try to kill him then. But
yeah,
I think it's just another thing of the whole, too many minions, and also he has just too much sustain.
It's just so risky to do it here.
Right.
Just because, like, if you fuck this up like you did, and you got this big wave, now it's either like you're gonna lose minions under turrets, or you're gonna have to be greedy for minions, and you could potentially get dope.
The skill level is questionable. And Echo misses it. I didn't notice that.
Yeah. There are a lot of things that happen here. Wait.
I flashed. I didn't think my ult was gonna kill. This may be like an Iron 4 highlight reel.
Wait, I'm pretty sure he just died to the turret shot.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
I've coached people in Iron 4. Yeah, it looks the exact same.
What would the moral of this story be? Everyone sucks?
Yeah, I mean, like, people just play so inconsistent. Like, this is why people stay in Diamond. Like, you're making these inconsistent plays, they're making these inconsistent, like, it's not proper play, which, you know, can cause you to lose, like, a lead that you shouldn't have lost. Now, this is very risky. So you're walking up for a roam, right?
With him pushing the wave.
With him pushing the wave, like, if this roam doesn't work, like, even if it does, this is almost still more, like, even if he just gets the wave and the plates here, that's probably still worth for Sylas. just because you miss on the experience, even if this gank works top. You gotta get the wave shoved in before you roam, almost always. If you just randomly walk and you miss out on like huge waves of experience, you just, that's for sure a loss.
Right. So you, basically, if it's not guaranteed like a fight where they're both low in the jump, like in the river, that I shouldn't go for that because it's too risky. The risk versus reward's not there, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So Silas got a plate, plus he got the wave shoved in, and then now he's rotating the bottom. Honestly, he probably could have stayed and shoved plates too. So when he got the wave, oh, he actually didn't get the plate. This guy, he did. Oh my, that's a free 160 gold. Anyways.
Assuming he wasn't terrible, it would have been a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, he honestly should have just gotten plates when you roamed, but maybe he thought you were coming back or something. I'm not sure. Either way, you lost a whole wave, so you lost 6 minions, so that's like roughly 100 gold you lost, which you made up for with the plate top. You got to kill top, plus you got the room for a turret, but you got to take it into turn. Not only the wave that you lost at turret, but all these minions you're going to lose now because look at the wave. You know something? It's on your side of the lane. Which means that the reinforcements of the next minion wave are going to arrive and reinforce your minions before his minions, which is going to cause it to push into him. Yep. So when Silas comes back to his wave, it's going to be in a juicy position. And it looks like, I mean, it looks like he made that work out, right?
Yeah.
So not only did he make that work out, he dove bottom. He got similar pressure to like what you did topside. Except he did it on a more impactful lane, being bot lane.
Right.
And he got more kills, and he's got the wave in a position that's going to be favorable for him when he gets back. So overall, like, oh man, look at him coming to collect this juicy wave. Oh, actually, he's going to be a little bit late.
But you'd mentioned that bot lane's a more impactful role. Do you think that as a Akali mid, I should be ganking bot lane way more than top lane? So essentially, like, always look bot lane before I look top?
No, the way I see Akali is kind of like a Katarina. Like you get kills and you can get rolling freaking early. Yeah, it's just another gunblade user, right? So whatever lane can get you that like some free kills. Snowball. And light a snowball. And it's not necessarily dependent on your level as much as your as the amount of gold you have, so you can get to these really impactful spikes to get your pen as quickly as possible. Like, this is great.
Right, and that's actually something that I talk about in my own videos, is I always make sure that I let people know I always think it's worth to trade 1-for-1 in lane, assuming you don't lose too many minions, because you're going to be pumping more gold into the game, and you get your Gunblade at 9 minutes versus 12 minutes. Even if the enemy is getting equal gold, that extra 3 minutes you get with their Gunblade is so much more meaningful. Would you agree to that logic? Just because Akali is so insanely broken with the Gunblade?
Exactly. I actually had a game earlier today where I was playing Trinimir against a Katarina. And what I said to my team to help them like come back into the game was we need to slow the game pace down. Like, don't make plays. We can give Dragon, slow it down, and then we can look to outscale. Basically, that's how you beat out champions like Akali. So you like wanting to trade like 1-for-1, like do all that. That's actually really good. That's obviously you want, like, when you trade 1-for-1, you want to try to leave the wave shoving back toward, obviously in ideal spots. But yeah, like trading gold is worth a lot on you, and just getting the game pace like up at a high tempo works out really well for a champion like Akali. It's probably like 65, 70 seconds until Dragon. And because this is NA Diamond 2, I guess the Tomkench support got hooked. And now it's like a 5-man ARAM mid.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like, over nothing. Like, there's no objective being fought over here. There's nothing. And like, and during this whole fight, like, no one's getting this top wave, and nothing's going, like, they're not positioning for Herald. I mean, I guess Blitzcrank, made some pretty good hooks, but we got a 5-man mid over no objective whatsoever. Just fighting to fight. That's NA solo queue. Now, if it were like proper play isn't like fighting for, you know, to play for objective, here's how you do it. So you're walking up to lane, and we got the blitz here. Sets and base Lucian's bot. We want to send the Lucian, like, you know, assuming like, you know, Wallen comes, whatever. Send the Lucian up to mid and have you blitz and work with Set to get vision on Herald if you guys want to go for a Herald play. Get that and get this, you know, set up and fight over this objective because you guys are stronger.
You're saying because we have that, we're currently stronger, we have the mid game power spikes, we should be forcing every objective.
Yeah, you should be looking for a fight, and you should be forcing these objectives with the Olaf, with the blitz, with the Set. That was really good being patient underneath. Alright. I don't know why you have warding totem still. Like, you should have a red trinket. Because your comp is... Yeah, because your comp is totally reliant on clearing up... Like, pretty much every assassin mid needs to have a red trinket at probably, like, second back.
Interesting. Okay, I did not know that.
I mean, you guys fighting over in bot jungle doesn't like net you any advantages unless you get a kill or something. But if you set like if you get vision control of topside and play for Baron, that's going to spawn in 30 seconds, and they have no vision on Baron, you guys suck at doing Baron. But you guys have a Blitzcrank which can set up all kinds of picks. Whenever you have a Blitzcrank comp, you're always going to be a pick comp, essentially.
Right, so it's essentially, I could do what we're doing here, trying to get kills in their red side jungle, but it's like, why not just do it towards Baron instead? Because they have more reason to be there. We can actually get something if we kill them. It makes sense. There's more
people freak out in solo queue when they don't see Baron, and it's like, people just like walk in the stupidest places and you get free picks all day.
Makes sense, yeah. Makes perfect sense.
So you guys, like, right now, should rotate topside, like, clear all this vision out. Make sure it's completely dark. Okay, so you guys are sieging with a Rift. Like, if you're able to get, like a Blitz Hook or something. But it's really hard, it could be hard to dive this.
I was thinking, because we've Set and Rift Herald, it'd be not a slam dunk, but pretty decent chance.
I mean, you guys were 8,000 gold, 9,000 gold ahead at this point, so like, it's hard to do wrong. But playing for Baron is going to be the more consistent play.
Right, that makes sense, because so much can go wrong here.
Yeah, like, you guys just gave up a lot of shutdowns here, too.
So you're saying, yeah, even though...
Oh my, yeah, look how many shutdowns you gave, just because you try to force this instead of just forcing picks on Baron.
Right.
Like,
yeah, we probably could have just gotten Baron anyways and then gone bot.
Yeah, I mean, your Set's a monster. He could have just, like, done all this himself, too. But yeah, basically get mid prio, so shove mid, clear up Baron, they're going to walk into you, you're going to get free kills, free Baron. That's how you win.
Makes sense. Always, yeah, it's interesting because there's definitely multiple ideas that can win you, or multiple plays that can win you the game, but some of them have more advantages than others, and like one option compared to the other, one option could have A, B, and C benefit, the other one can just have A and B.
So you want to know about macro, right? Right now, Garen and Set both TP at the same time, so you know the TP is down. Like, Set's TP is down. So what you need to do right now, like, this wave is already shoving. Set should not be down here. Right now, you should be pinging Set to come to Baron. You should push out mid so that you can see, you know, where they are. Like, it's gonna like reveal their location because you're gonna see where they are because the minion's gonna reveal them. They're gonna clear out the wave. Like, you guys got this cleared out except for this ward, which, you know, again, like, you know, red trinkets are very important. Clearing out Baron, make sure they don't know like whether you're doing it or not. That's what's gonna force them to face check. That way you can get some picks. But yeah, this Set is just not in a good position here. I mean, you guys had 9,000 gold lead. Now it's less than 5,000. That's 4,000.
Wait, can we make it 3?
Oh my god, the Echo. Like, if Echo didn't do that, they just got Baron, and then they probably won the game because they scaled up.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I make fun of Iron 4 like replays and montages, but I think just having you watch this as a challenger player, like an amazing coach, makes me feel like I'm literally Iron. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of humbling because I thought it was really good.
Oh, you got Mountain Soul? I'm assuming you stole it. Let's see.
I think so. I think they had to run, yeah. Poor Garen. He's like, no, they're going to get it. But yeah, that's how we did it. Well, there you have it, guys. I have learned so much that I'm going to go into the Hyperbolic Time Chamber and play ranked for the next 5 years straight. When I see you guys tomorrow, I'll be at least Challenger, maybe top 50, but that is yet to be seen. Thank you so much for Fogged for the win too, the best coach in League of Legends. He's been doing it for years. Guys, he has his stream. He streams every day on Twitch, and he also has a YouTube channel he posts every day on. Both insanely good resources to get good at the game and fun to watch. I'll leave links in the description. Is there anything else you wanted to say, Fogg, before we go?
Thank you for having me, man.
And thank you for opening my eyes to a world of ELO, or MMR, or what do they call it now? LP. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and have a good day. Hopefully you don't have to go against the new Ultra Instinct Professor Akali. Peace.